What's up, guys? Today this is just going to be a very easy tutorial video on how to get your graphics to look like mine. I get a couple requests on these when I stream and stuff, so I'm going to go ahead and just make a tutorial video on it instead of trying to explain it through Discord whenever people ask. Just going to be a few drag and drops and a few tweaks to your PC, and then the game could be looking like mine. Alright, so I'm going to show you guys how to get the Upscaler and the Reshade shaders and the graphics pack all at once. So you're going to want to go to this link here. This is PureDarks Patreon. He owns the Upscaler, actually. So you're going to want to click this button, get the $5 subscription, and then you'll get access to his Discord channel. Where when you get that, you go down to GTA 5 downloads, GTA 5 Upscaler all-in-one builds, and you install the bottom one. So that'll give you the Upscaler. And then from there, you want to go to Quant Mods, and you buy the $10 subscription. That way it'll give you access to the QuantV Discord. And then you go to the downloads here. I'm using June 26 for this video, and you're going to want to download the 5M multiplayer mod one. Then in order to get the Reshade shaders, you want to go to support, click the pinned messages, and find the most recent all Reshade shaders and download that. So you'll have 3 downloads all together, and that'll look like this. So you'll have 3 files. So one important part that I left out is you need to actually connect your Discord through Patreon. That way you can get access to the Discord servers and find the download links. If you need a tutorial video on that, I will look it up somewhere on YouTube. I personally don't have a video of that, but it is pretty straightforward if you can figure it out. Alright, so what you want to do next is find your QuantV folder that you just downloaded, which is the mod pack. And then you're going to want to find your 5M app data. So once you're in here, you want to click part 1 on your QuantV 5M app data, and then mods and plugins are going to be there. Let's start with the mods. So you click mods folder on the 5M app data, click mods, drag and drop this file in, go back on both plugins, click plugins on this side, drag both of these in. Let's go back one more time on each. Let's go back twice on this one until you find this screen again. So you want to find part 2. And then if you're using an NVIDIA card, like I said we were in this video, you're going to want to grab this file, click in it, 5M app data plugins, drag these 2 into your plugins folder on your 5M app data. Then we have the QV optionals. I personally use this vehicle share custom with HQ tires and California plates. So you want to click through there until you see this folder, drag that into your mods folder on your app data. So now we're going to be on the Reshade shaders folder, the one that you downloaded from the QuantV Discord. So all it is really is you click the Reshade shaders here, or you don't even click that. You just click it once, go on your plugins folder on your 5M app data, drag and drop. And then once it's done, it'll show here, and you should have anagramma at the top of your shaders and your textures. And if you see those, then it's installed correctly. So if your Upscaler file does not download to Google, you're going to want to follow these steps. Go to Windows Security, Virus and Threat Protection. You're going to want to click Allowed Threats, Protection History, and then you're going to see the most recent blocked threat. You're going to want to click it, press yes when the pop-up, click Actions, and then press Allow. And then you're going to want to re-download the file, and it should work. So once that file downloads, you're going to want to click Virus and Threat Protection again. You're going to click Manage Settings, Add or Remove Exclusions at the bottom. Press yes when the pop-up happens. Add an exclusion, file, and then once this opens, you go to the download and you click on the Upscaler file, and that'll allow it to go into your 5M. So now we're going to want to do the same thing, but this time we're going to do this for your plugin. So you want to click 5M, open file location, copy all of this right here, copy, go back to Windows Security, add an exclusion folder, paste it up here, enter 5M app data. Then you're going to want to double click plugins and then select folder. So it should look something like this when you're done. So another important step is you're going to want to click display settings, scroll down until you see graphics settings, and make sure that hardware accelerated GPU scheduling is on. Otherwise this won't work. So now we're going to actually install the Upscaler. So you're going to want to go to your 5M app data again, 5M app data plugins, and then you're going to want to drag and drop these 3 files into your plugins folder. So when you get this pop-up, you're going to want to click skip this file. That way it doesn't replace. And then your upscaler will be working. Okay, so now we're in 5M. You're going to want to click F8. And if you don't have this and you see 2 lines here, you're going to want to download your shaders, which there's many tutorials on YouTube that you'll be able to find that could be way more helpful than I can be. So your default bind to open your Reshade shaders is home. And then here you'll see all of this. And then you'll also see the Upscaler AIO build. And if it looks something like this, then it is working. Alright, so this is what my shader settings are. So here we have the Upscaler. If you're on an NVIDIA GPU, which is what I'm going to do, you want to enable upscaling, put this to DLSS, and then enable frame generation, and also put this to DLSS frame gen. Here we have my actual preset. If you just want to follow these, that'd probably be the easiest for you guys. I didn't really change much, just a couple settings in here. Feel free to pause the video to look at these closer if you want. I personally don't have any smooth rays or anything like that. I have my personal street lights on. I have screen raindrops disabled. Smooth night shadows is on for me as well. I have my vegetation set to summer, and you can actually change this to a lot of different ones, which is really cool with QuantV. I have motion blur disabled. Clouds V2 is on. Roads and surfaces I have on roads overhaul, and then I have that road condition set to 0.2. The higher it is, the more dark your roads are going to look. And then down here I have depth of field off and just some other things like that. But if you want to get a closer look, feel free to pause the video and change them how you feel. Alright guys, so if you install everything properly, your graphics should be looking something like this. You know, it's obviously a little cloudy out, so they don't look the greatest, but I still think they look pretty solid. So thank you guys for watching my video. If you have any questions, feel free to leave it in the comments. I'll get back to you eventually.